Driven by the goal to reform, reshape and rebrand education to meet international best practice in Lagos State. The League of Muslim School Proprietors (LEAMSP) has called on federal government to improve the education sector through technological advancements. Speaking during the annual Proprietor Summit 2023 held on Wednesday, 22nd of June 2023 in Lagos, theme Leading Transformation, Pragmatic Steps to Drive Changes. Experts in education technology encourage school owners to commence the use of technology in their teachings and school operations.
Making professional development a part of our culture.
In his words, the national president, LEAMSP Alhaji Abdulwahid Obalakun, stated that the rationale behind the summit is to address challenges facing Muslim school owners and give possible modern solutions to achieve their set objectives.
Collaboration and partnership have been a major foundation of our togetherness. With this program, I believe we shall gain much more towards improving our community engagement and enhancing our leadership and change management. We appreciate the government for the student loan bill, but much more needs to be done as regards the teachers and school owners. The chicken that laid the golden eggs. As we have the Bank of Agric, Bank of Industry, we should also have an interest-free bank of education to cater for schools and teachers.
The Lagos State government's continuous efforts to revamp the education sector, among others, towards accomplishment of Vision 2052, is a challenge we feel. As LEAMSP members, we cannot sit idle while Lagos State transforms into a mega city, leaving our schools 30 years behind the rest of the world. Therefore, we must embark on mass digitalization, as announced in our last General Assembly, without delay. Our commitment to providing quality education and educational institutions for the future generation has led us to partner with WAUBI and others.
The rector of Jaba College of Technology, Dr. Abdul Ibrahim Adidotun, represented by Mr. Tijani Mikhail Taiwo, highlighted the steps to transform schools to global standard.
Muslim schools play a crucial role in nurturing the minds and the hearts of our future leaders, the future generation. They not only provide academic education, but also instill Islamic values and principles in our children. However, in a rapidly changing world, it is essential for Muslim schools to adapt and evolve to meet the needs of our students while staying true to our Islamic heritage. To achieve this, we need visionary leaders who can spearhead the transformation process.
The train of education is moving. There are current trends, there are evolving trends, there are emerging trends, there are contemporary trends in education. If we stay on what we were doing years ago, we will not be able to prepare our students for the challenges of the future. So every proprietor, my advice is go and learn the current trends in education. Go and equip yourself, develop yourself to benchmark the best practices in what is globally trending, so that you will be globally competitive, your school will be globally relevant, and your student will be able to compete in the future that is already here.
Mr. Gbolahan Olayomi, Chief Executive Officer, WAUBI Interactive, disclosed the significance of digital transformation for learning spaces, which transform the way African works and learns.
This is one program that we're very, very happy to be partnering with. We came in here as lead sponsor, and WAUBI, as a global organization out of Nigeria, always partners with credible platforms, and the Muslim Proprietors, organization is a very, very credible platform. It's our first time of sponsoring this event, and I dare say this has been one of the best organized events that we've sponsored over the last 2 to 3 months. The quality of the speakers, the attentiveness of participants, the kind of topics that have been addressed, I think has just been on target. And I believe strongly that most participants are going to go away from this event transformed, ready for a digitalized future in their schools, ready to change their mindsets, ready to adopt technology, and be able to take their schools into the digital future.
Good schools actually build students to succeed, not just to survive. So if you actually want your students to be globally competitive, you want them to be relevant, not just within Nigeria, but outside, then it means that you need to pay attention to what skills you need to actually give the students that successful career, so that they also can stand shoulder to shoulder with children or students from other parts of the world.
The chairman, LEAMSP Lagos State, Mr. Monsoor Akinloye-Yekin, urged the government to include robotic service education in the school curriculum for schools to have a sense of direction.
For us to have a sense of direction, if the government is not doing it, you see that the little we are doing as far as education is concerned in Lagos and in Nigeria, the little we are doing, we are being directed and being the sense of direction we have. It's only from the curriculum we get from the state government that make us to do this little we are doing. Imagine if there is no curriculum to what we are teaching in school. Definitely people will only crack brain to come and teach people. So also is the issue of the robotics and the artificial intelligence and what have you. The government needs to set a pace. The government needs to give us a sense of directions, needs to give us a syllabus. When it comes from the government, people see it more. They tend to, see it from a serious angle, They get to be more serious following it.
We come together once in a year like this to remunerate on the challenges that we have and provide a solution to move forward. We look at a current issue within the educational sector, get a competent personnel to come and have a discussion on it. From there, we take a position, and from the position, we go ahead, to see how it affects our school before coming back next year to pick on another subject.
Awards of excellence and gifts were presented to overall best students for their outstanding performances and commitment towards education.
I feel very happy. I always read my book, and in school we always attend classes at school early in the morning before it starts classes. Thank you, my teacher.
The program is good in that bringing us together, reminding us of what we need to do, how we can grow from where we are to a greater height. So it's a very good program.
Wonderful program, and it's a good development. It's having to expose school owners and by extension the other stakeholders within the school system into globalization. So I think it's a good thing happening in the schools, and by implication it will have a kind of a general effect even on the nation at large.
Phenomenal, I can say. It's transformational, and I can say that as the theme suggests, then it's a way of improving our schools generally, and thinking ahead of events so that we will not be consumed by the trend, by what is happening in society at present. So we need to digitalize what our policies and procedures. I think, and to have a positive mindset that everything we learn here today are going to be executed, inshallah.
Poems, spoken words from students entertained the audience.
Driving a change across the land with a growth mindset, we shall expand.
LEAMSP is an organization of Muslim proprietors formed to bring school owners together towards attaining excellence in the provision of quality education for Muslim students now and in the future.
Without wasting much of our time.